So good morning students, this is Ravi Shankar. In this video, let us start with the unit number 4. Unit 4 is electromagnetic induction and AC current. So unit 4 is electromagnetic induction and AC current. Electromagnetic induction and AC current is the topic. So we have already completed the previous chapter. So I have started with the 4th unit called to be electromagnetic induction and AC current. See, in the previous chapters, you might have studied about the magnetic effects of electrical current. You might have studied about the magnetic effects of electrical current. What you have studied about this magnetic effects of electrical current? See, it was Oersted in the year 1806 who proved that around a current carrying conductor, you might have studied around a current carrying conductor, around a current carrying conductor, a magnetic field is developed. Around a current carrying conductor, a magnetic field is developed or magnetic field is produced. This was the concept given by Oersted. What is this? If you are having a wire or a conductor, and through this wire or a conductor, if you are supplying a current of I amperes, around this a magnetic field is produced. How you know? What Oersted did was, nearer to this current carrying conductor, he placed an magnetic needle. When that magnetic needle is placed nearer to that of the current carrying conductor, having the north pole and the south pole, before this current is passed through, the magnetic needle never gets deflected. But when the current is allowed to pass through, he found out that the magnetic needle gets deflected. In order to prove that, he repeated the experiment by supplying the current in the opposite side direction. And he found out that again the deflection is being produced, but the amount of deflection produced is just in opposite side direction to that of the previous one. So a magnetic needle can able to get deflected only with the help of another magnetic field. So it was proved by Oersted that around a conductor carrying current, a magnetic field is developed or magnetic field is produced. And this phenomenon, we are taking it as the magnetic effect of electrical current. By supplying electrical current, you can able to get magnetic field. And another experiment was being done by another scientist called to be Ampere. See what Ampere considered? He considered a circular loop. He considered a circular loop of wire. Through that circular loop of wire, see what he did was he supplied the current. Now also Ampere can able to say or prove that this current carrying circular loop, this current carrying circular loop, behaves like a bar magnet. Behaves like a bar magnet having north pole at one end and the south pole at the other end. And this was being proved by Ampere. So these two effects, we are taking it as or considering it as the magnetic effects of electrical current. So these two effects are magnetic effects of electrical current. That is, by supplying the electrical current, we can able to get the magnetic field or magnetic effect. See, after studying the magnetic effect of electrical current, the idea of the reverse effect is studied by so many number of scientists. What is the reverse effect? Is it possible to develop electrical current by change produced in magnetic effect? So, the reverse effect was studied by two more scientists. One is Michael Faraday and another one is called to be Joseph Henry. These two started to study the reverse effect of this one. That is, whether you can able to get electrical current from the magnetic field. So, after determining this, a question arises. Is the reverse effect possible? If the reverse effect is possible. See, what you have studied here, already we have studied electrical current is converted into magnetic effect or magnetic field or magnetic energy, whatever may be, magnetic effect. So, electrical effect converted into magnetic effect. Is the reverse effect possible? That was the question. See, that is, we have to get the electrical effect with magnetic field. That is, electrical effect by magnetic effect, by the change in or with the help of the magnetic effect. Is it possible? See, it was two scientists. One is Michael Faraday. And the other one taken to be Joseph Henry. These two scientists studied regarding the reverse effect of the magnetic effect of electrical current, and they succeeded and they came out with the phenomenon called to be electromagnetic induction. So Michael Faraday and Joseph Henry succeeded and they came out with the new phenomenon, and that new phenomenon we are taking it as electromagnetic induction, where we can able to get the electrical effect from that of the magnetic effect. Okay, see, this topic, electromagnetic induction, is an very important topic under which you can expect more number of one-word questions both in theory as well as in entrance. The electricity, the electrical current that we are enjoying today is only because of the findings done by this Michael Faraday and by Joseph Henry. As you know, without electricity, without electrical current in this universe nowadays, none of the work will take place. Even you can't able to see this video if electrical current is not at all available. So a major concept regarding electrical current, electricity was being generated with the help of this phenomenon called to be electromagnetic induction. Under this phenomenon only we are studying about the generators, either the AC generator or the DC generator or three-phase AC generator, like that. So let us study about this phenomenon called to be electromagnetic induction in detail. See, before going to study about this electromagnetic induction, let us define what do you mean by magnetic flux. In your first lesson, you might have studied about electrical flux represented as phi of E. Here, it's a magnetic flux represented by phi of B. Here also, you can say magnetic flux is an scalar quantity, and this magnetic flux measured in terms of an SI unit generally given as Weber, written with the symbol WB, or it is otherwise called to be Tesla meter square, represented by this Tesla small t. So we will be representing it as by Tm square. Let us see how you can able to state or define this magnetic flux. See, when you are studying electrical flux, you might have stated that electrical flux is due to the total number of electrical lines of force passing normally or perpendicularly through the given area of electrical field. Here, instead of electrical lines, we have to consider magnetic lines. Instead of electrical field, we have to consider magnetic field. That's all. In both of the case, it is total numbers. So magnetic flux is defined as the total number of magnetic lines of force. Total number of magnetic lines of force passing normally or perpendicularly. Let us consider any one, normally or perpendicularly. So I am taking it as normally through the given area, of the magnetic field, is called as magnetic flux. I think you are very clear about this idea, represented by the letter phi of B. So the total number of magnetic lines of force passing normally through the given area of the magnetic field is called as the magnetic flux, and that magnetic flux is represented as phi of B. Now, how you can get the expression, or what is the expression? Phi of B is equal to, as you have written it in electrical flux, closed integral of E. So that you might have written E vector dot dA vector. Here you will be getting B vector dot dA vector. So what will be the answer? Then I can write closed integral of the dot product magnitude of B, magnitude of dA into cos theta, where we can say, as you have studied, where this A or dA, let us consider it out as, when you are integrating dA, you will be getting A. So we can say it out as area enclosed, or area what we have taken inside the magnetic field. What is B? B, we can say it out as the magnetic field. B is considered to be the magnetic field or magnetic induction, or you can say it out as magnetic induction, or otherwise you can consider it as magnetic flux density, or you can say it out as magnetic flux density. Then what is this theta? This theta, it is nothing but angle between the normal drawn, as you have studied in electrical flux, angle between the perpendicular or normal drawn to the area, and the magnetic field lines, So if that is the case, we can say, if the plane of the area, is perpendicular to magnetic field, then theta equal to 0. Therefore, flux available phi B is equal to B into A. Because if the plane is perpendicular, the normal drawn to the area and the magnetic lines are parallel. So theta becomes 0. So phi B is equal to B into A. Similarly, I can write if the plane of the coil or plane of the area is parallel to the magnetic field. That is, B is the uniform magnetic field. Then we can say theta equal to 90 degree. Therefore, phi B is equal to 0. Then see, in both of these cases, I am taking B as what? B as uniform. That is, magnetic field is an uniform magnetic field that I am considering like this. If that is the case, what is the unit? Initially, I have written the SI unit is given as what? The SI unit is given as Weber, or we can say Tesla per meter square. You know why we are saying that as Tesla meter square, not Tesla per meter square, Tesla meter square. Why? Because magnetic induction or magnetic flux density, or in general called to be magnetic field. In your third lesson, you might have studied this. Magnetic induction or magnetic flux density or magnetic field is defined as magnetic flux per unit area. So therefore, phi is equal to magnetic field into area. Magnetic field always measured in the terms of an unit Tesla, area in terms of an unit called to be meter square. So you are able to get an unit as Tesla meter square. Hope you should have understood this concept. This we are taking it as this we are taking or considering it as a definition, an introductory definition for magnetic flux. Okay, hope you should have understood. Based on this, they have given what? Based on this, they have given two examples for this. Example number, so it was being considered two example problems. So problem number 4.1, which is available in the page number, let us consider that, okay. So it is available in the page number 207. So it is available in page number 207. What is this problem? Problem number 4.1. See, the problem given is, just if you might have a book, take your book and go through the problem. A circular antenna of area 3 meters square is installed at a place in Madurai. So the first concept given is the area of the antenna, which is circular in shape, is given to be 3 meters square. Place they have given it out as in Madurai. Okay, let us leave it out. The plane area of the antenna is inclined to 47 degree with what? With the Earth's magnetic field. See, plane of area is inclined. Plane of area is inclined to Earth's magnetic field. Earth's magnetic field. The plane of the area inclined to Earth's magnetic field is 47 degree. So what is the angle of theta? Theta is angle between the normal drawn and the magnetic field. So you subtract this 47 from 90 degree. So theta will be equal to 43 degrees. Then what else given? If the magnitude of the Earth's magnetic field is, so they have given the magnetic field B as 40773.9 nanotesla. So how I can write this? 40773.9 into 10 to the power of minus 9 Tesla. So how I can write this? You take this as like this, 4.0 7, 7, 3, 9 into 10 power 1, 2, 3, 4. So 10 power minus 5 Tesla is the data given. What it is asked, find the magnetic flux. Okay, you are asked to calculate the magnetic flux. Find the magnetic flux linked with that antenna. See, the problem given is a lengthy problem with so many number of or so many amount of theory given. But the calculation is very simple. In order to calculate the magnetic flux linked with that antenna, we know that the formula for flux linked is B into A into cos theta. So you substitute that value 4.07739 into 10 to the power of minus 5, multiplied it with 3, again multiplied it with cos 43. So first of all, you get the value for cos 43. This cos 43 is 0.7314. Get it from clocks tables. So you get the value 4.07739 into 10 to the power of minus 5 into 3. So multiply and simplify, you will be getting the answer as 89.47 into 10 to the power of minus 6 Weber. This on simplification I can write 8.947 multiplied it with 10 to the power of minus 5 Weber as the answer. This is taken to be the problem which gives you what? Which gives you flux related with that antenna, taken as what? Taken as 8.947 into 10 power minus 6 Weber. Okay, then you are having another problem. The next problem is problem number 4.2. So based on the same concept, you are having the next problem. And that next problem, let us consider it as what? Let us take or consider it as problem number 4.2. So example problem, and this example problem, we are having it as 4.2 available in the page number 208. Let us go with this. See, a circular loop of area 5 into 10 power minus 2 meters square. So area considered is 5 into 10 power minus 2 meters square. Rotates in an uniform magnetic field of 0.2 Tesla. So the magnetic field available is 0.2 Tesla. If the loop rotates about its diameter, which is perpendicular to the magnetic field as shown in the figure. So they have given a figure like this. This represents, this parallel lines represents an uniform magnetic field. Inside this, you are having a circular area. About this diameter, this one, about this diameter, the circular loop is rotating in this direction. Okay, what is asked? See, if the loop rotates about its diameter, which is perpendicular to the magnetic field as shown in the figure, find. You are asked to calculate magnetic flux. See, magnetic flux linked with the loop. Magnetic flux, you are asked to calculate magnetic flux linked with the loop. 3 cases they have given loop. Number 1, normal to the field. Normal to the field. Normal to the field. That is when the plane is kept perpendicular to the field. Number 2, inclined at an angle theta. Inclined at 60 degree to the field. See, all are the plane inclined. Then the third one, parallel to the field. parallel to the field. See, let us consider one by one. Let us take the first one. What is the first one? See, flux linked with the loop. Yeah, you should have considered like this. If the plane of the loop is, if the plane of the loop is normal to the field, if it is normal to the field, then theta will be equal to 0. If plane is perpendicular, then we can say the normal drawn and the magnetic lines of forces are parallel to each other. So theta equal to 0 degree. If theta equal to 0 degree, what is the flux available? We know that flux available is given by the formula B into A into cos theta, which is equal to B into A into cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So we can write, what is this B? B is considered to be 5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 into A is considered to be, A is 5 into 10 power minus 2 and B is considered to be 0.2. So you are getting the answer as 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2 Weber. This is the first one. What is the second one? What is the second asked? Inclined at 60 degree to the field. So theta is 90 minus 60. You will be getting it as 30 degree because they have given plane of the loop is inclined at an angle of 60. If the plane is inclined, then the normal drawn and the magnetic field will be at an angle of 90 minus 60, which is equal to 30. So what will be the answer then? Flux linked phi B is equal to B into A into cos theta. On substituting B into A into cos 30, or I can say instead of B 0.2, instead of A 5 into 10 to the power of minus 2, and cos 30 I can write it out as root 3 divided by 2. See, on simplifying this one with this one, I can able to get it out as 10. Take this to the numerator. What will be the answer? You will be getting 5 root 3 into 10 power minus 3 Weber. Or you can write 5 into 1.732 into 10 power minus 3 Weber. Multiply and get the answer. Can you multiply? See, on multiplication, what will be the answer? On multiplication, we can say 5 into 2, 10, 15 plus 1, 16, 35, 1, 36, 5 plus 3, 8. So I can get 8.660 into 10 power minus 3 Weber is the flux that is linked with what? The flux that is linked with the loop in this case number 2. In case number 1, this is the answer. So what is case number 3? The plane is parallel to the field. If the plane is parallel to the field, so option 3, theta is equal to 90 degree. So we can say cos 90 is equal to 0. If cos 90 is 0, then we can say flux available, flux P is equal to B into A into cos theta, that is B into A into cos 90. Cos 90 tends to become 0. So the magnetic flux available is taken to be 0. This we are considering it as what? This we are taking or considering it as the answer for the third concept. Hope you should have understood this important problem. Both the problems are very much important. So go through this and get what? Get the answer.